Hey folks, Jon Hammond here in front of the Westway Diner. Used to be 24 hours a day. Now it closes at 9 p.m. There's the guy in there already mopping the floors. I was there the day it opened up. Used to be a furniture store. And I took a picture of it back then, and they had that picture posted for a long time at the cash register. I had many diner meals there over the years. Okay, now we're gonna back it down and head on up to Times Square at the closed Westway Diner, but they'll open in the morning for breakfast. And I don't know, maybe I'll have breakfast there one of these times. Okay, over and out. Okay, here we are in front of Birdland on 44th Street. And Gianni used to be uptown, I think it was 107th Street. I used to play for him up there. After he moved downtown, I could never seem to get another gig. But I moved to Europe for a while anyway. So but I saw some really good shows here. And he's always nice to me. Maybe sometime I'll play here again, you never know. Okay, we're going to move on. Backing it down from Birdland. Bye-bye now. Jon Hammond here. Jon Hammond here. I just coming in from Times Square. The Mickey Mouse characters just tried to hustle me. I don't go for that. I'm wearing my nice clean Costco jacket of many pockets. I have two of them. I'm a little bummed because this is the clean one, and I got jostled crossing the street by Smith's Bar, and at this signal box there was a screw sticking out and just ripped my sleeve wide open there. I don't know if you can see that. So this one is even more beat up than my beat up one. And these Disney characters, they will try to hustle you just walking down the street. They want to do that, but they got to try to make a living, I guess. Got a thing going on over here. I'm going to take you on a little tour at Times Square, folks. Jon Hammond, your man on the street today with the Hammond Report. I'm going to be right back now. Bye-bye. Jon Hammond back in front of ABC Television Studios right over here, where Diane Sawyer used to broadcast every night and all the time. And she finally moved out of there in semi-retirement. I always thought she lived in there. And when there's a show on, you can just walk right over the window and see what's happening. Got New York's finest right over here, and keeping everybody safe. There's a lot of people just walking around taking pictures. It's totally lit up. They're doing a lot of work on that one Times Square building where the ball drops from on New Year's Eve. That's where Nirvana nightclub used to be. We had some good jam sessions up there in the old days. We always thought it was dangerous. The curtains could catch on fire. Luckily they did not, because it was a long way down from there, you know. All right, I'm gonna walk over to another location. I'll be back. Jon Hammond saying one last thing in front of ABC TV studios. Bye-bye now. I thought I was saying goodbye. I was actually saying hello. Yep, I'm right in front of the ABC TV studios. I said a whole story that didn't get recorded, but that's all right, because the story continues no matter what you do. The news today is quite interesting, as it always is. And sometimes I wish it wasn't so interesting. You know what they say, no news is good news. Let's see, Hard Rock Cafe across the street. Looks like congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Edie. They must have just got married. They got their sign up there. I don't know if you can read it. We got married today, May 17th, 2023. Jon Hammond bringing you the news here near 44th and Broadway. I'll be back with another segment. I don't know if you can see Uncle Sam over here. We go. This is where you get recruited for any one of the 4 armed services. You can join right here. The Department of the Navy, Air Force, the Marines. Everybody's here. The Marine Corps. They will sign you up, but they won't sign me up because I'm too old and I got asthma. And I was lucky I didn't get drafted back during the Vietnam War, because that's when I was of age. All right, we'll be back with another one. Maybe you can see a little better. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Edie. Just got married and decided to announce it on the Hard Rock Cafe marquee. Sounds like the brave New York Fire Department has some action here. They're coming straight down 43rd Street. There we go. Clear the way. Yeah, it looks like another emergency. Amazing place. There's a lot of energy here. All right, going back it down.
Because when you look
I'm
to
back.
Left, you look to your
Looks
right,
like these
we have a
guys that are
positive
lined
vibe
up there
of all different
are foolish enough to
nationalities and
stand there
religious. So guys, it does
and take
not
a
matter
chance,
if you're
and this
black,
guy will
white,
jump
Hispanic,
over them
Asian, Muslim,
and not
gay, or straight.
put their knee in their eye socket, like it happened to me when I was in Tumblr. A swollen eye shut for about 2 months.
And that's the human race. Love yourself and make some
Yep, these guys are sacrificing themselves. Holy moly. It's amazing. I don't know if you can see that.
racist, okay? That came with the standard.
I can't bear to watch this. I'm going to back it down. I got a special place I'm going to take you to now. Jon Hammond on the street tonight with the Hammond Report. Looks like I'm back again already. You turn it on and it turns off. You turn it off, it turns on. Here comes a whole bunch of these Disney characters who want to hustle some tourists. I want to take you to a real special place right now as we pass through this labyrinth. Tourism. We've got street food over here. There's a special place I'm going to take you to. Jon Hammond with the Street Hammond Report tonight. I'm at 45th and Broadway. I'll be right back. Okay, folks, Jon Hammond here. I told you I was going to take you to a special place for me, and it is very special. I'm across the street from 1568 Broadway, where the TKTS is, and this is the scene where in 1985 I struck a deal with Mitsubishi Diamond Vision, and right over there was the largest television screen, outdoor TV screen at the time, and they showed clips of my cable TV show 80 times daily, and we did the countdown for New Year's Eve 2 years in a row. And now the whole place is lit up with TV screens. But we were the first. That was before the Sony Jumbotron. The Jumbotron went on over there where the ball comes down. But this used to be a bank, and then it became Embassy Suites Hotel. Now they're building something else. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something big. This is Jon Hammond, your man on the street with the Hammond Report from Times Square, New York. I'm going to move along. I'll be right back. Bye-bye. Jon Hammond back on 46th Street and Broadway, Times Square. That's one of those super tall Statue of Liberty people. I always think when they have to take a leak break, that must be problematic. Yeah. All kinds of people passing through tonight. Got the big T-Mobile store over here. The lights are on, but they're closed. I know, because I was in there the other day. Looked at some phones. I think I'm going to stick with my phone for now. Looks like the fire department is back in action here. It's an ambulance. Well, I'm going to turn it off so I can concentrate on safely crossing the street. I'll be back. Bye-bye now. Jon Hammond back at another part of Times Square. This is the speed chess people. You guys looking for somebody to play speed chess with. Looks like he's got a prospective chess player there. No, not tonight. Starting to slow down a little bit out here. Something going on over here. Let's check it out, shall we? It's amazing. They get volunteers to do this stuff. They don't know what's going to happen to them. It could be
any donations, Patty. No?
Previous body
Take a step back.
injury.
You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
They did not sign any release. It's amazing how reckless people can be. Okay, Jon Hammond, moving along here. I'll be back maybe one more time. I'm about to pack it in here. Before I do, I just want to say one last thing. That is, bye-bye now. One last thing. Jon Hammond here. Should I get a late night snack here? I don't think so. They got all kinds of mystery wieners and shish kebab. This guy has chicken and rice. Looks a little more appetizing. And he's got beverages. Halal. It's halal food. Okay, that's it for me, everybody. Have a beautiful evening wherever you are. You tune me in. And I'll be back another time. This is Jon Hammond, the organ player, host of the cable TV show, Jon Hammond Show. Saying one last thing for tonight. That is, bye-bye now.
bam, 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 bam.
All right. Yeah, I got a cable TV show in New York for 35 years, you know.
Wow.
Every Friday night, public access, you know.
Okay.
I know you spent some time in New
Oh,
York.
you know I do. I'm always doing
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You grew up there pretty
Newark,
much.
yeah.
But originally in North Carolina. Right?
Originally
Yeah.
North Carolina, but raised in New Jersey.
Right on. Okay, so is it rolling, honey? Well, okay. Everybody, we're very, very lucky. I want to thank you. This is George Clinton, P-Funk.
Roof.
Funkadelic, and here we are in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City. Yep. And George, I just want to say real quick, first of all, thank you very much for doing this. And
No problem,
you've done so many things. You have so many musicians who are my favorite funky musicians come through your bands. And everybody loves playing with you. It's always a fantastic
It's
experience.
always been fun with a lot of folks up there making music. P-Funk, Parliament, Funkadelic, Bootsy. And then you get the Horny Horns, Fred Wesley, Maceo Parker. And
Nothing but a party.
Bootsy. It ain't nothing but a party. So when anybody see us, Miles used to say, when musicians see you, they ready to party.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of music they play.
Well, I just want to say up front, big congratulations on the American Eagle Award, to add it to your archive of awards, including your 3 platinum albums and everything. So it's really great that you're here to accept it. And, you know, you're still active. You're out there doing it. And I'm just happy to hear that, too. Yeah, you got a tour here now.
Yeah, we're just getting started, man.
That's beautiful.
You know, I'm supposed to be retired at the end of this year, but I feel like I'm just starting. I feel like I hear Frankie Lyman singing "Why Do Fools Fall in Love."
Right.
That was the beginning of my career.
Well, going back to Frankie Lyman, I did want to ask you about when you were a staff writer in Motown, and how did you come up with "Testify"?
Oh, wow. That was one of those riffs, you know, you just like sitting around in the barber shop, 3-string guitar, string broke, little Billy bass, was strumming on it, and you fell into one of those pockets. I just want to testify. And we was trying to imitate Bob Dylan. We was laughing at how the Rolling Stones sounded like him, how the Four Tops sounded like him in different genres of music. And so we just did it. Friends, inquisitive friends are asking you what's come over me. You know, Bernadette.
Yeah.
People are searching for the kind of love that we possess. For everybody was doing Bob Dylan at that time. So we just snuck a little, we bite off him a little bit and snuck it in there. Nobody didn't even notice it.
Well, a beautiful hook, you know, and it had so much relevance in it.
At that particular time.
And today.
You know, right. And that feeling has that cadence have like a march, a preaching tone. You know, I want to testify what your love has done for me.
Yeah.
Can be one-on-one or it could be universal. You know, and that's where we choose to pretty much take all our songs, you know, even though they sound one-on-one, but they were always pretty much, you know, shining. Everybody got a little light under the sun.
Well, I love that tune, and your rhythm sections, you always got the great drummers and bass players, and one of my friends, Rodney Skeet Curtis, was on your band for a long time.
I was just looking at him on the internet just now. He said he's with Maceo, him and Greg Boyer. But Skeet,
Greg Boyer.
Yeah, Skeet was terrible from 15 years old.
One of my very favorite bass players.
Boy, and then Dennis Chamber was his partner. They both was like under 18 years old when we first got them.
Wow.
And they was both bad. I mean, they was out of this world before they even got with us.
Thank God Dennis is back in the saddle. You know,
he's back there. Yeah. He got
I ran into him in the airport, and he looked good. You know.
Yeah. I'm glad to see him back there.
Well, sending prayers out to T.M. Stevens. You know.
Yeah, I heard so.
Yeah, but TM, he has the amazing energy. I don't know. I still have faith he'll get everything back together. You know.
Yeah, pray for him.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, George. So you've been traveling a lot, and you travel in a very special way because you are the original mothership traveler. Where's the mothership
today. The mothership is in the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C.
Wow, that's fantastic,
it's
man.
definitely one of the best exhibits there. The African American Museum there in Washington, Smithsonian.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks good every time I go. Yeah,
Well, I dug what you were doing with the Brian Rothschild and the John Lennon bus. So you had those young musicians, and you whipped them into shape real quick.
Those were some nice sessions we did.
Really?
Well, I did that to my band. I took all my grandkids and kids and put them in the band. And we still got Blackbird and all of the musicians in there, but all the singers and things.
Wow.
The kids, like this, they give us a new energy.
That's beautiful. Well, I grew up in the Bay Area, so I was playing a little bit with Freddie Stone, who Sly's brother, and Willie Sparks, who was the original drummer of Larry Graham Central Station. You know.
I know.
So have you been in touch with Sly at all lately?
2 months ago.
All right.
He's doing pretty good.
That's good. Finally, he's getting something. Got a taste.
And not only that, he did some songs about 4 songs with me on the last Funkadelic album.
That's great.
Shake the Gate.
That's great news.
Yeah, check that album out. He did really nice songs.
A big inspiration to me, because Sly started out on the radio.
Yeah, I know. Sid SID, WSID.
Right. And that's where I got all my music in the old days.
KSID,
AM radio.
KSAN.
Yeah, the underground. We had the underground FM stations, Big Daddy Tom Donahue in the Bay Area. But we had a KDIA.
KDIA. Ooh,
and K-Soul.
Bob Jones. Bob Jones at KDIA.
Right.
And K-Soul, that Sly was there.
Yeah, that's right. He was spinning records right there.
Then I was at K-Rock. What's the name? Dusty?
Yeah, Dusty
Street. Dusty Street.
Yeah. And they don't call her Dusty Street for nothing.
Boy,
she's in Ohio now. I know Dusty because I knew Dusty when she was on the air.
I love her voice.
Yeah.
I did the first show with Tracy Allman.
Wow.
And Tracy used to do a skit of Dusty. The hard voice, the heavy voice, rock and roll, and she did it real good.
Yeah, beautiful, man. So, I always wondered how do you write your songs? Do you lay it down on keyboards?
All different ways. No, ad lib, acapella. Somebody on the keyboard got a groove going on, John, in that. Or sometimes I have a melody like Knee Deep. I just have the melody. I sung it acapella for years before I had somebody write an arrangement to it.
I see.
Yeah. I'm from the old school where they could write arrangements.
Right.
If you just sing it on a cassette, they can write the arrangement, make the music, or they can give me a track and I can do it. Or what they do now, they freestyle a lot of it, so I can do that just like thinking out loud.
So when you start publishing your music, do you go ASCAP or BMI or both?
What's the new one?
CSAC?
CSAC.
Oh, you're on CSAC. All right. Well, that's really great to know that, because there's a lot of songwriters out there, and people don't know, how to get their stuff all published and registered up.
What I did with CSAC.
Did you ever do any work with Bernard Purdy?
Yeah. When Purdy came home from the Army, when he first came home from the Army, he was the drummer for Joe Bett in the Brill Building.
Oh, yeah.
1962, 3. Him and Richard T, all of them, they were the like Benny Benjamin and them were in Detroit. James Jamerson, like that rhythm section they had there. We had a rhythm section in New York. And Purdy, that's where he created his sign, Purdy at Work.
Oh, I heard so much about that,
He used to have that sign up in the session.
So you done did it. You hired the hit maker Bernard Purdy or something like that,
when
right?
When he came home from the Army,
I got him a lot of gigs.
We all got jobs at Joe Bett. That's where he.
Joe Bett.
That's where he got. He was cutting the demos. Richard T. Yep, all of them. Eric Gales. That was the crew. That was the
James Jamerson.
James Jamerson, Benny,
and his son
Piss.
was a beautiful bass player too.
Yeah.
I met him over in Germany when he was with the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, George, but I could talk with you all night long, man.
Okay.
So we're going to put this out on cable TV and podcast it out and do all that stuff. And so, you have a beautiful experience presenting. There's nothing but music people here,
Okay.
So thanks a lot. George Clinton, everybody. All right. All right.